Yeah, the free consultation is, it's free because, we don't really know what we're getting into yet. And it's, the consultation is our opportunity to get to know each other. And it's my first glimpse at what the case is. Sometimes the case turns out to be different than what I'm told, admittedly. But it helps me understand what to expect, and it also helps point me in the right direction. So, if, let's say, I think alibi is going to be an issue, that consultation, hopefully I'm going to learn that in that initial consultation, and then I'll know, okay, well, this is a priority and time is of the essence. I need to talk to this person before too much time passes, and they start to forget things or become unsure or whatever. It also gives the client an opportunity to get to know me. Usually personality isn't an issue, but sometimes people aren't a fit, and so it gives the client the opportunity to kind of hear what my approach is and see if it meshes with their own. Also can kind of give them confidence, that I know what I'm doing. It's just really that first introduction. I can start to kind of plan which direction to go. It can be, candidly, it can be pretty intense. My initial consultation can be more probing than a police interrogation, because I'm looking for information too, and oftentimes it's stuff that the client doesn't even realize is important. So like in the case of a traffic stop, it'll be, okay, well, what time was the stop? What was the lighting like? What were you doing? What did he say to you? That can be difficult, because it's, they're trying to remember, and it's like, I want to hear everything you said to that cop and everything the cops asked you or said to you. And so it can, depending on the case, I've had consultations that were as quick as 30, 45 minutes. I've had others that have gone on for hours and hours, depending on the case, and depending on what we're looking at. I know some people they'll say, well, a free 1 hour or a free whatever time. Really for me, it's, wherever it goes, like however long I need. Sometimes if it's, if the facts are a little bit embarrassing, it can be difficult, to get the information out of the person, because it's hard to say embarrassing things to someone who's effectively a stranger that you're meeting for the first time. But I need the information. I need to know, do I need to file a motion? Do I need to go search someone out and interview them? It is confidential. Even if you don't hire me, it's still privileged and confidential. Nothing that I'm told in that consultation can be used against them in any way, and I can't tell anybody about it. So one thing that comes up in college town is, young person gets in trouble and parents pay the fee. And parents just sort of assume, since they're paying, they get a say and they're entitled to information. That is not true. My client is my client. And if the client says, well, I'm going to tell you this, I don't want my parents to know. If you tell me not to tell anybody, or you tell me not to tell someone specifically, then, I'm not going to tell them. And in fact, practically speaking, I'm not going to tell anyone anything unless you tell me that I can tell them. And I have had that where, people are like, no, no, no. I tell my dad everything. I've already told him what happened. He's my support, go ahead. But the default is what you tell me stays between me and you. One important thing that I don't think people realize, and it's not something that comes up a lot, but really the meeting needs to be just the attorney and the client, because the presence of a third party breaks privilege. So, if you come and you bring your mom or dad or both, and they're sitting in, then what we talk about is no longer privileged and confidential in the eyes of the law. So sometimes I'll have, if the person's like, well, I haven't told my parents, whatever, I'll have them go sit outside. That way I can speak candidly, and more importantly, the client can speak candidly back. So, but yeah, everything is privileged, everything is confidential. Even if you ultimately don't hire me, it's still privileged and confidential.